A slice of life describes everyday experiences and maybe a few that are more remarkable. It's a cross-section of people and places that we're focusing on for this week's show. Our first story looks at a new business built on a tiny but tasteful premise. With season approaching, it's really cooking.
The only reason why we decided to start was because we loved the cupcakes. We would have them in Georgia, found out it was a franchise, and said we need to have it here in Fort Myers.
Next up, getting schooled, going a day in the life of educators across the nation, including one from right here in Southwest Florida.
I love seeing the young man pass that test today because it's like, okay, he's getting it, he understands, and the time that he's putting into being able to pass the content assessment was worth it.
And then real-life crime drama with emphasis on live. Day in and day out, local police are watching it all unfold. We'll have those stories along with the latest in our Positively Healthy Medical Series. I'm Amy Osher, and this is Behind the Headlines. I'm Amy Osher. Thanks for joining us. With busy season in sight, business owners are bustling to get everything in order. And this time of year, a lot of new places are opening their doors. One in particular is fine-tuning its recipe for success. You could say Marilyn Vila has a pretty sweet job.
I have always loved to bake since I was like 10. I've been baking. I always experimented at home, mixing things up and calling them my own.
She's one of the bakers who rises before the sun does to whip up premium cakes for the small cake shop in Fort Myers.
We make all these delicious cupcakes every single day.
Owner Tanya Moyer is a teacher by trade. She never planned to open a cakery but fell in love with the concept. Now she's learning a new way of life.
It's trial by fire, basically. But it's actually, I can't really even say that. It's been actually going pretty good lately. It's crazy, but I'm learning as I go.
Her slice of life is measured in layers. The first baker arrives around 3:30 in the morning and gets busy on the largest batch, which is chocolate, followed by vanilla, then specialty flavors. By opening at 10, everything is in its place, colorful, flavorful, and ready for picking.
Some people even say they don't want to eat it because it looks so pretty, so.
A few months in, and the batter business is beginning to develop a beat. Today, the kitchen turns out more than 500 cupcakes a day.
Oh my goodness, I had no idea. In fact, there have been times that we've been close to running out of certain things because we had no idea we were going to have an order for 300 cupcakes come in.
To put it into pounds, they go through a lot of sweet ingredients each day. Seriously, a lot.
For instance, chocolate is our most popular, and we'll have our largest day is 21 to 26 or 7 pounds of chocolate. That's what the recipe calls for, and then the rest goes from there.
The shop features more than a dozen signature flavors with a few special varieties mixed in daily. There are hundreds to choose from, and Tanya's probably tasted them all.
The funny thing is, sadly, yes, I should say, because I say sadly because I'm still, every day I come in, I'm like, I'm not eating another cupcake, but I do because we need to taste them, and so, or I just want one, so I'm not sick of them yet.
Her sweet spot is seeing customers savor the experience.
I cannot say enough positive. Like, it's been crazy. Every single person, I think of all the people that we have served.
And you can just slide your card in.
And that really says a lot. It's a happy business.
Sending people home with smiles is icing on the cake. A recent project by our USA Today network took an enlightening look at education, following 15 teachers from around the country on a single day in September. One of the teachers profiled was a middle school educator from Babcock Ranch's neighborhood school. Here's what we learned from a day in the life.
So you learned the different organelles that are inside the cell, right? And which cell did you have, plant or animal?
Plant.
Okay, so what makes your cell different from somebody who has an animal cell?
We have a cell wall and cell membrane.
There's one special thing that you have that they don't have. Any other plant people want to help us out? Who else had plants?
I did.
What else?
Chloroplast.
Chloroplasts, absolutely. They probably don't realize the amount of time that teachers put into something that looks so simple. And the background of that is it does take a lot of time to do this. I want my kids to go home and talk about their days and the memories that they had, not about a content assessment they took. So I think people need to realize that it does take a lot of work for us to do that, but we do it because we want to do it and we love to do it. And I can't think of another profession that you work as hard and have as much satisfaction as education. I think that is true, that teacher burnout is high. I think it depends on the administration, it depends on where the teachers are teaching, and their satisfaction and what brings them joy can vary from person to person. It impacts what I do, because if I'm not having fun, it's not worth doing. So when it comes to the day where I'm not having fun teaching anymore, I won't do it anymore. And that might be what's happening to some people, that some schools have gotten so rigid that it's all about testing data, and they've taken that autonomy for those teachers out of the classroom and put it into data mining.
Who are the scientists that you talk to get their information?
I got that one right there.
Okay. So now that you've talked, you've got your strongest explanation, and this is what you're telling me when you talk to the other scientists, that's your strongest explanation for your mystery.
Honestly, we've kind of, as educators, and we've evolved into more facilitators. I think the kids they will have the skills that they need for college and beyond by starting this early and putting that self-direction, that initiative and that motivation in their hands now, because by the time they get to college, they just wait till somebody tells them what they need to do. And so grades aren't as important right now. It's developing young learners that can go on for high school and beyond. I love seeing the young man pass that test today, because I was like, okay, he's getting it, he understands, and the time that he's putting into being able to pass a content assessment was worth it. The worst thing that the kids can experience is failure. They're going to experience it, but it's through that failure that they're able to succeed down the road. And so just seeing the look on his face said volumes. That made the whole day worth it. Bye, Landon. See you tomorrow. Bye, Haley. See you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye, guys.
See you tomorrow.
It might seem like the stuff of a futuristic sci-fi film where cops monitor the city with high-tech gadgets that let them view crime in real time. Well, it's becoming real life in Fort Myers. Sitting in front of a bank of TV screens, Fort Myers police are able to monitor crime in real time.
It's focused on evaluating real-time data and providing actual intelligence to officers responding to the scene of incidents occurring right now.
For a city rocked by violent incidents, including shootings, robberies, and murder, increased technology is a welcome addition to the force.
We don't have cameras on every intersection. We don't have cameras scattered out the city of Fort Myers, because we want to make sure we use these cameras, use this technology where it's needed most to do one thing and one thing only, and that's to drive down crime.
New techie tools include 85 surveillance cameras, license plate readers, and the new ShotSpotter application that allows police to pinpoint where a gunshot originated within 10 feet. ShotSpotter is aimed at local trouble spots.
We currently have approximately 4 square miles of coverage area within the city. And what that is if a gunfire incident occurs within our coverage area, we have sensors that detect that. They send it to ShotSpotter, they analyze it, and then they're going to send that back to us.
The news press got an up-close look at this newest crime fighter in action. Statistically speaking, it's already paying off. Previously, it may have taken up to 15 minutes after an incident for a 911 call to come in. With these devices, cops have been on the road in as little as 13 seconds.
All of our officers are logged in at all times. If they're on duty, they will get a visual alert as well as an audio alert that a gunfire incident occurred. It will provide them with a precise location of where that gunfire occurred. They'll give you an audio stream so you can hear what type of gunfire it is, and it's going to tell you the amount of rounds that were fired.
Another 40 cameras will be installed soon, using intelligence to work smarter. A few experiences are worth remembering and reliving well after they're done. The Paradise Coast Wine and Food Experience is one of them. The second annual event was a picture-perfect slice of paradise. For the foodies among us, it doesn't get much better than this. Blue skies, bright sunshine, and a totally tasty event. Headlining on the big stage was Food Network celebrity chef Scott Conant.
So we only have one rule, and that's that you have to laugh at my jokes. That's it.
Nearly 2,000 ticket holders meander their way through Canbier Park, taking in the scenery and sampling some of this area's top restaurants.
Nano wheel, which allows all the center of the cheese to actually get incorporated to the risotto and make the creaminess out of that. So no adding of any other cream or butter, just this, and it's all made from scratch today.
While there was food aplenty, fine wines and craft cocktails were also free-flowing.
Hi there, welcome, how are you?
The second annual event is a tradition in the making, presented by the Naples Daily News, the Fort Myers News Press, and the USA Today Network. The Wine and Food Experience is on a 12-city nationwide tour, providing a platform for hospitality.
Awesome. Loving the festival. You have to come.
More than 30 restaurants and chefs put forward their finest eats and treats. And that's not all. There were activities like cooking demos, wine tasting, and even craft making in the Martha Stewart tent. A full day and plenty of full bellies, making for a picture-perfect slice of paradise.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Still ahead, a day on the job turns into an impromptu portrait session. We'll take a look at the gallery after the break.
Life here is amazing, and so is the joint care. At the Total Joint Center at Physicians Regional Healthcare System, we've changed the experience of joint replacement for good. With our comprehensive joint care program, most hip and knee replacement patients return home in just 2 days because we know you want to get on with your active life. Pain-free living starts at Physicians Regional Medical Center, Collier Boulevard, and Physicians Regional Medical Center, Pine Ridge.
My name is Steve Unser, and cabinetry is my specialty. I have been creating custom-designed cabinetry for 20 years in Southwest Florida, and now I am celebrating the grand opening of our new Naples showroom. Steve Unser Cabinetry will help you design your kitchen, bath, or home office with stunning results, offering the best quality of cabinets with a wide variety of design options and pricing to fit any budget. If your kitchen isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Now, 2 locations to serve you.
Is your auto insurance keeping pace with your life? Ask for a AAA triple check insurance review to see if your current policy is still a good fit. An agent will assess changes in your life, like new vehicles or drivers. Make sure you've got the right coverage and all the discounts you deserve. They'll also see how a AAA membership can round out your protection on the road. Plus, provide roadside assistance, discounts, free services, and vacation extras. Ask for your AAA triple check today.
Hiring the right moving company is important. Best Moving and Storage is a family-owned and operated business serving Southwest Florida for over 22 years. From our free in-home estimate until the last piece of furniture is in your new place or stored in our climate-controlled warehouse, we treat you like family. Best Moving and Storage is fully licensed and insured, with all of our employees being certified drivers and packers. When it comes to protecting your treasured belongings, choose a company that's experienced and trustworthy. Call Best Moving and Storage today at 239-592-6565.
My name is Steve Unser, and cabinetry is my specialty. I have been creating custom-designed cabinetry for 20 years in Southwest Florida, and now I am celebrating the grand opening of our new Naples showroom. Steve Unser Cabinetry will help you design your kitchen, bath, or home office with stunning results, offering the best quality of cabinets with a wide variety of design options and pricing to fit any budget. If your kitchen isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Now, 2 locations to serve you.
Jean LeBouf has been an anonymous food critic in Lee County for nearly 40 years, and now JLB is expanding into Collier County.
Look for a new review every week. You'll never know where I'll turn up.
Stroke remains a top killer in this country and a top cause of permanent disability. The outcome is closely tied to the speed in getting medical treatment. Here's what you need to know in this week's Positively Healthy. Time is brain. It's a phrase often used in relation to stroke. About 85% of strokes are ischemic, caused by a clot that blocks blood flow to an area of the brain. Starved of oxygen, brain cells begin to die.
The central area will actually die very quickly, within minutes. It's like drowning. There's no oxygen to that tissue.
Dr. Hunter Brown is board certified in emergency medicine, practicing at Physicians Regional Medical Center, which is recognized as a primary stroke center. He points to rapid imaging technology and treatments that allow doctors to minimize stroke damage during the first critical hours.
Our goal when a patient presents with stroke-like symptoms is to rapidly identify those symptoms and get the patients over to radiology for a CAT scan. That CAT scan is read within 30 minutes. An NIH stroke scale is performed.
Clot-busting drugs may be used to dissolve the clot and restore blood flow. If performed within a brief window of time, it may save delicate brain tissue around the central core.
The surrounding tissue, which is fed by small vessels, forms a penumbra, compromised tissue that may actually be reversible. You may be able to save that penumbra.
Getting this life-saving, brain-saving treatment is predicated on getting to the hospital quickly.
When patients are concerned about stroke, think fast. Is there any facial asymmetry? Is there any arm weakness? Is there any difficulty with speech? If so, it's time to call 911.
Given the importance of time, knowing the symptoms and keeping your personal risk factors in mind may provide you peace of mind.
Patients absolutely need to maintain a low threshold for seeking medical care if they feel they're having a stroke, especially if they have risk factors. If they're diabetics, patients with hypertension, and high cholesterol, or a family history of stroke, any symptoms whatsoever.
I'll bet you can't take your eyes off of these pictures. One of our photojournalists crossed paths with a road crew way out on State Road 80. They didn't expect to be the subject of a photo essay, but they agreed. Their portraits are part of the Naples Daily News photo blog called Our World, which profiles the richness and texture of our community. Our news reporters are always on the lookout for great stories. Here's a sample of what we're covering on The Beat.
Thanks, Amy. Hi, I'm Shelby Reynolds. I'm the food writer at the Naples Daily News. This week I worked on a story about the Culinary Accelerator of Immokalee, which opened in March. It's a facility where food entrepreneurs from across Southwest Florida can use kitchen space to get their creations off the ground. Since it opened earlier this year, the accelerator has started bearing its first fruit, including a barbecue catering company, a new bakery in Naples, and a Caribbean hot sauce, which you can find at Wynn's Markets in Naples. Read more about the story in Wednesday's Naples Daily News or online at naplesnews.com.
Hi, I'm Ashley Collins, features reporter here at the Naples Daily News. Have you seen a baby blue bus around Naples? If you have, the man behind it is Bob Vatrubas, a 63-year-old retired businessman who has been driving this bus around for the last 10 years. He was inspired by the Virginia Tech shooting, which killed 32 people in 2007. Since then, he's traveled the nation with his bus with a sign that reads, "Remember to be kind. You just might save someone's life." I got a chance to talk to him, and he shared a little bit of how his journey has been so far. And Right now he's in Naples actually for the season, so if you haven't had a chance to see him, you may see him this year. For more on this story and check out video, visit naplesnews.com.
I'm Harriet Heithouse, arts and entertainment writer for the Naples Daily News and naplesnews.com. Most people, when they go into a music career, don't think they have to learn about things like having to fist fight. But that's exactly what students at the Opera Naples Vocal Academy were learning this week. We visited them and learned about everything they're doing. It's in today's Naples Daily News and naplesnews.com.
A day in the life of Bryn Batten would likely include a lot of pondering. Here's a taste of what's on his mind in our weekly commentary. Brent?
Thanks, Amy. Have you noticed something different in the air? That undeniable change of seasons that occurs every year in Southwest Florida. I'm not talking about the cooler weather and lower humidity, although those are certainly welcome. I'm talking about the change of seasons from Halloween to Christmas. It happens every year on November 1st. No sooner is Halloween over than the retailers charge straight into Yuletide mode. Gone are the pumpkins, costumes, and scary lawn figures. In are the trees, ornaments, and inflatable snowmen. Thanksgiving gets short shrift. There just isn't money in Thanksgiving the way there is in Halloween and Christmas. How many sets of Publix Pilgrim salt and pepper shakers can one person buy, after all? So, before you know it, Santa Claus will be at the mall asking children what gifts, conveniently on sale right there on the premises, they'd like to receive. Already, Hallmark is showing its schmaltzy Christmas movies on cable TV. And let's admit it, they're all the same movie, they just changed the titles. Unlikely couple overcomes adversity to find the Christmas spirit thanks to a holiday miracle. On Thursday, Sirius Radio launched 16 channels devoted to holiday music. 2 straight months of White Christmas and Here Comes Santa Claus. Joy to the world. I know the merchants want to maximize the holiday buying binge, but there has to be a limit. Some of us have kids. How can I explain that Santa Claus ain't coming to town for quite some time? Believe me, that you'd better not pout and he sees you in your sleeping crap only works for a couple of weeks. I think we should get back to celebrating Thanksgiving for what it is, an important American tradition rooted in the recognition of the many blessings we have here. And you know what I'd be thankful for? No mall Santas before December 1st. I'm Brent Batten. Be sure to read my columns on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays in the Naples Daily News. Check me out on Facebook, and as always, thanks for watching.
When we come back, time and tide make its mark on this man. He shares thoughts on 4 decades as a lifeguard. That's ahead on Behind the Headlines.
The area's only 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means you'll find less waiting for the care you need. And because we're full service hospitals, a lot more care if you need it. Less waiting, faster care. Only at Physicians Regional Healthcare System.
My name is Steve Unser, and cabinetry is my specialty. I have been creating custom-designed cabinetry for 20 years in Southwest Florida, and now I am celebrating the grand opening of our new Naples showroom. Steve Unser Cabinetry will help you design your kitchen, bath, or home office with stunning results, offering the best quality of cabinets with a wide variety of design options and pricing to fit any budget. If your kitchen isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Now, 2 locations to serve you.
Is your auto insurance keeping pace with your life? Ask for a AAA triple check insurance review to see if your current policy is still a good fit. An agent will assess changes in your life, like new vehicles or drivers. Make sure you've got the right coverage and all the discounts you deserve. They'll also see how a AAA membership can round out your protection on the road. Plus, provide roadside assistance, discounts, free services, and vacation extras. Ask for your AAA triple check today.
Life here is amazing, and so is the joint care. At the Total Joint Center at Physicians Regional Healthcare System, we've changed the experience of joint replacement for good. With our comprehensive joint care program, most hip and knee replacement patients return home in just 2 days, because we know you want to get on with your active life. Pain-free living starts at Physicians Regional Medical Center, Collier Boulevard, and Physicians Regional Medical Center, Pine Ridge.
Hiring the right moving company is important. Best Moving and Storage is a family-owned and operated business serving Southwest Florida for over 22 years. From our free in-home estimate until the last piece of furniture is in your new place or stored in our climate-controlled warehouse, we treat you like family. Best Moving and Storage is fully licensed and insured, with all of our employees being certified drivers and packers. When it comes to protecting your treasured belongings, choose a company that's experienced and trustworthy. Call Best Moving and Storage today at 239-592-6565.
My name is Steve Unser, and cabinetry is my specialty. I have been creating custom designed cabinetry for 20 years in Southwest Florida. And now I am celebrating the grand opening of our new Naples showroom. Steve Unser Cabinetry will help you design your kitchen, bath, or home office with stunning results, offering the best quality of cabinets with a wide variety of design options and pricing to fit any budget. If your kitchen isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Now, 2 locations to serve you.
Jean LeBouf has been an anonymous food critic in Lee County for nearly 40 years, and now JLB is expanding into Collier County.
Look for a new review every week. You'll never know where I'll turn up.
Surf's up for this guy. For the last 4 decades, he's served as a lifeguard in Delaware. Now the sun is setting on his career, and he's looking back at his life on the beach.
You know, you prepare the best that you can from that life-saving standpoint. It's my job to make sure that all my guards are trained properly and meet the highest standards. So that's always something that I've taken great pride in. You know, so that I always see that kind of as an accomplishment. You know, for 28 years as being a captain, there's never been a drowning on the beaches, you know, that I've been involved with, and actually as a lifeguard in the 43 years. And you know, and there's one day stands out in Bethany that I still think it's a record. My stand partner and I were sitting on Central Avenue. It's called Breezeway, and we had a total, I believe, of 43 rescues that day. Between the 2 of us, I had 23 and he had 20. And it was just a day, a bright sunny day after a 3-day northeast, you know, and just enough surf, you know, to get the best of everybody. And so all day long we're running and doing our thing, and probably have one of the biggest rescues of my career that day too. Once you have that first rescue, you'll never forget it, you know, and it brings the whole lifeguarding aspect full circle. That's what I do, you know. I make a difference, and I can do that. But you have to be prepared every day, because it doesn't happen every day. You know, you just got to be ready to be able to do that and react in that moment and do what you have to do.
Finally today, talk about slice of life. This one was too good to pass up. Even if you've seen it before, it's worth another look. There's not much to it. A rat in New York City in the subway dragging a slice of pizza. Several people caught it on their cell phones, making the rodent insta-famous. It's now known simply as Pizza Rat. No word on whether it was delivering or the pizza was takeout. It's hard to follow that up, so we'll just cruise out of here. You can always catch up on past shows by logging on to naplesnews.com. On the homepage, scroll down to quick links and select behind the headlines. I'm Amy Osher. See you back here next week. Yeah, I was gonna say, what's your favorite cupcake?
Mine, I don't have one favorite. I have 3 favorites. It's wedding cake, which is the almond flavor. I have chocolate peanut butter and strawberry are my 3 favorites.